dudes, so here we are. We are looking at fasting. I actually just recorded this and spent 10 minutes doing it, and then realised I hadn't hit record, so I actually didn't record it. So, forgive me if I seem a little rushed. So, I wanted to cover this whole fasting thing, and most of you have actually taken to it like a duck to water almost, because you'll notice that it actually frees up a lot of time, frees up a lot of energy, frees up a lot of stretch, because you don't have to think about food, and it's a really weird sensation, right? Now, fasting is actually something that I avoided like the plague for a long time, probably almost 2 years, because number one, I didn't think I could do it because I'm greedy. I love food, and I was like, there's no way that I could not eat for even one meal, especially not breakfast, because that's the meal that I enjoy the most, or I did. Or I didn't really understand the whole breakfast thing, I don't think. And that actually takes a lot for me to admit that, because I'm a big head. Anyway, secondly, it was because it went against everything that I thought that I knew. Because everything was like, okay, so you need to eat every 2 to 3 hours to keep your insulin balanced, or you need to keep your blood sugar balanced, so you need to eat this often. If you don't eat, your body goes into starvation mode and it'll start using muscle tissue as energy. And I've since found out that that was horseshit, because the evidence is very poor indeed. And I always wondered, I got good results before. Actually, I got great results before, but learning about this has took shit to a whole new level. Okay, and I'm sort of going to talk you why fasting, what it does, the benefits, etc. Now, it's pretty much like this, that the 6 meals a day thing gets done to death, and like I said, the evidence is poor. In the research, it actually proves that we burn between 20 and 50 calories more per day just by doing that. And let's think about this again. Every time you eat, you actually place stress upon your digestive system. So the whole digestive system has to work hard, the liver has to work hard. So remember, the liver is actually really effective for fat loss because it helps clean up all those toxins. It takes care of those sex hormone binding globulins that were spoken about before, that were responsible for fat storage around the butt, the arms, the legs, and the chest area for you men there. So yeah, it's very important. So let's look at the 2 types of fasting. They're all intermittent, but let's look at the shorter ones first, the 16 to 17 hours. Now, a lot of the benefits happen 15 hours upwards. Yeah, most of them being that we allow the digestive system relax, and actually this is what's called a fasted state. A fasted state happens after 15 hours, which basically means that this is all the benefits happen after 15 hours. So we allow the digestive system to relax, so it can actually take care of what's already in there, which is actually quite a lot. If you ever had a colonic, you know what's in there, right? And again, the liver can actually go and do some damage. It can actually go and take care of stuff that it hasn't had the chance to, because it's always dealing with the shit that you're throwing in on a regular basis, regardless of whether it's healthy or not. Okay? Just think about this for a second. If I asked you to do those 7-minute workouts every 2 to 3 hours, yeah, for like the whole time you're awake, 6 times a day, minimum, you'd be tired, right? But if I said, okay, you've got 8 hours, I need you to do it like 2 to 3 times, you'd be able to do that, right? Yeah, of course you would. Your body will get tired the other way, the same as your digestive system and your liver does. And because we're not on this, we're not constantly putting food in, so carbs and protein actually affect insulin. Protein actually does affect insulin. Most people think it doesn't. It just doesn't affect it as bad as carbohydrates do, especially those high glycemic carbohydrates or the refined carbs. So because we're not in this, the body's insulin sensitivity and your body's insulin sensitivity actually improves, because we're not on this constant roller coaster, if that makes any sense. So we're not stressing the pancreas out all the time, and the liver gets a chance, etc., etc. And I don't know if you noticed, but it actually, you'll crave healthy food when you're fasting. You'll not crave shit. So you improve your relationship with food, totally. Oh, I'm hungry, I better reach for this. Oh, no, I'm not, I'm going to have this healthy thing, because you'll crave it while you're healthy. You guys might not notice that. And obviously the other benefits are increased energy, increased mental clarity, because the brain's not thinking, shit, what am I going to eat next? What am I going to eat next? What am I going to eat next? I'm grouchy, I'm lethargic, etc., etc. And you know that happens when you don't get fed normally, right? So your insulin sensitivity and your relationship with food improve dramatically together. And the obvious one is you generally will reduce your calorific intake, which isn't that important, but when you get to a certain point, it actually is important. But I don't want to talk about that too much, so that's why it's at the bottom. Then we've got the longer types of fast. Ooh, let's get that thing up again. Then we've got the longer types of fast, which is the 24-hour fast. And growth hormone actually dramatically increases after 22 hours. Okay? So usually every hour you fast, these hormonal responses become better. But the best surge in growth hormone, and my growth hormone commands the body to use fat as energy, will come between 22 hours and 24 hours. But actually, then we get an increase in metabolic rate due to this surge of growth hormone. And again, the longer fast improve insulin sensitivity, and we increase the amount of testosterone because we increase insulin sensitivity, because we increase growth hormone, and because we decrease estrogen and we decrease cortisol. These things go up. It's the same as exercise. Same 24-hour fast actually has very similar benefits to exercise. And again, the stuff that we worry about, losing muscle tissue, body going into starvation mode, etc., no evidence of it all. In fact, quite the opposite, like I said in the cheat sheet. Okay? That's why when we combine them both, we get great results. Simple as that. And you know why I did two shorter ones and a longer one? And then I started introducing two longer ones just because it's easier to do. I found it easiest to do. So with fasting, to wrap this up, why did I think it wasn't being successful? Well, because of what I've learned previously and because of what I've read and heard and used. But this took my results to the next level. And I got great results with it personally. I then released that on a few of my personal training clients and the experimental group that did this before you guys and got phenomenal results. Yeah? I might find an even better way to use it, but I thought it was manageable. And we get all the benefits without starving yourselves and without doing that 6 meals a day thing. So we found a happy medium and got phenomenal results, as you've hopefully got. And if you follow the program, there's no hope about it. You will have got phenomenal results. Okay, so that's it. Any questions on this subject or any of the others, just stick it in the document. Okay? Love you. Bye.